Hello again, valued viewer. Thank you very sincerely for keeping pace with us right here on this dial, this channel, this frequency. That's Western Spring Television. I trust that you're keeping well. And of course, I should thank you again for sticking here and staying tuned to View, the bookshelf. This is the platform where we get to discuss with everyone or anything who has a relationship with books. And I am your teaching and learning advocate. My name is Damilola Raphael. Super delighted to be making a return on this new episode of the bookshelf. I'm quite excited today because of the safari, the sojourn that we are going to be embarking on. But before then, what is the mandate? What is our pursuit of purpose for this new year that we have found ourselves in, this season that we have found ourselves in? And it is to complete, and then we say complete a book. All right. Now, it could be to complete writing a book or to complete reading a book. Either ways, please do well to complete a book. It could be a book you've started past 5 years. You know yourself now. You've had these books since even your primary school books. Go and finish it. You know something about the half knowledge, that maxim about half knowledge? Please don't be the one that is affected. And then you're assuming, oh, that book, you strike a conversation with someone. Oh, that book, of course, I've read it. And then the person goes XYZ. Now, it's one thing for you to not remember. It is another thing for you to not know. Thing is, you cannot even remember what you don't know, right? You can't remember what you do not know. Now, if it is true that you have completed that material, even if it is 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, once an issue crops up, that thing is mentioned, there is just this chord that is struck in your brain and you start pulling strands together in your mind. You may not be able to add so much to the conversation, or you just have this sense of belonging and you're going, compared to, yeah, oh my goodness. And somehow you say, you make a statement, a word, just something to string it all up together, compared to, had made a boast. Yes, of course. My daddy bought it for me when I was in school. I bought it with my money. I bought. Okay. So we are striking a conversation on that particular material, and you go, I just know automatically you never read it or you never finished it. So do yourself the favor of going back. Just relish those moments. Bring up those beautiful memories again. If it's books from time past, and if it's a new book you're getting because of this new season, I've completed books. But Dami is coming up with saying we should complete books again. Okay, I'm going to get another one. Do well to complete that one, all right? Don't just be a book collector. The way to really, really know a true book collector is the fact that he or she is able to tell you something about those books. Remember when we brought in librarians? All right, we brought somebody from the state library, we brought a librarian from Federal Polytechnic a day, and talked to us about books. How that when they are getting books, they read through. So let me, okay. So who has watched the episode? Mm. Which category do you fall on? So that you can move from to go and watch the episodes right there. That's on our YouTube channel at Western Spring Television. You'll be delighted that you did. All right. So please do well to complete a book. So I'm still excited, right? Everything. Learning is fun. Get a life. You see, the truth is you can't have a life if you don't learn. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. So please do well to, just get yourself acquainted with learning. Make it fun. Make up your mind about it. It's one of those decisions that you should make, right? Also make a commitment to it, and you find your life turning out better than you previously imagined. So today we're talking about completeness this year and this new season and complete school. And I felt, is it complete a school or complete a course or complete education? And I felt, no. There is something we say usually September when we're about to resume school. We have children going back to school and we call it back to school, right? In fact, there are some materials you talk about bags, cups, bottles, even shoes with back to school on them, books with back to school designed all over them, being commercialized and all that. So I felt, okay, so why don't we revisit that particular phrase or term or statement, back to school? So we are going back to school, or we are hosting someone who went back to school or who had to go back to school, right? And we'll be listening to him. It's a hymn for today, talking to us about the inspiration behind going back to school. Please welcome and set the bookshelf today with me, Opeyemi Adeleke. He's also known as
DJ Slim of Life.
Say it again.
DJ Slim of Life.
He's not slim, he's slim. Thank you very much for joining us on the set of the bookshelf today.
Ms. Dami. Thank you.
So tell us, let's meet you. How did you become DJ Slim?
Thank you for having me once again, Ms. Dami. My name is Adeleke Opeyemi, popularly known as DJ Slim of Life. Going back to school, I'll say the journey is long.
Okay, before we go back to school,
before I go back to school,
I mean, Slim, where did it come from?
The journey is so long. Well, I'll brief you.
Please.
Yes, yeah. Okay, I started from miming song. I'll go to studio, go to events and mime song. Okay, nice, we also released one song yesterday. Can you mime it? Yes, I can. I'll be handing me microphone. I'll mime the song from A to Z.
Wow.
Without mixing a word. So the guy was now telling me that DJ Slim, this thing you are doing, you can add DJ to it, and I know you can do it. And I got a laptop from where I was learning computing engineering.
Wow.
Then yes, so I installed virtual
in an
DJ.
Informal setting, not in a school, proper formal setting.
Not in a school, not in a school.
Okay.
It's at Aitoro.
Okay.
So I started learning computing. Later, I improved by learning hardware.
Wow.
So while I was doing that, I now met a friend. Now they are looking for computing engineering in Lautech. The doctor needs someone that can handle computer very well. So
now Union Osun Teaching
now
Hospital.
Union Osun Teaching Hospital. Thank you. And I applied there, and I work with doctor for 10 years.
Wow.
At Union Osun Teaching Hospital.
A medical doctor.
Yes.
Or an academic doctor.
A resident doctor. The resident doctors in Union Osun Teaching Hospital. They all know me, over 200 doctors.
My goodness. Yeah, over 200 doctors. And you handle their computers?
Yes, I do. With grace of God and hard work.
My goodness. Okay, and then, so the Slim, where did it?
There was one doctor, Dr. Jibola Olagunye. Now say, this guy, this thing you are doing, I think you have known it before. I said, no, okay, I'm having my wedding next week, and you come there. But boss, I've not been doing this thing openly, but I shall know how to do it. Now I say, okay, this is my party. Come and spoil it. Aww. It is you that I want to be there. So when I went there and I performed, the Olagunye and Oyinola, he was at the party then. So they are now dancing to, it was one song that
the former governor?
Yes. Dr. Olagunye. That was one song that I was wearing then. Hello, Mom, the drum is okay, blah, blah, blah. So start playing the song that they are vibing. How is that DJ? What do you sing?
Wow.
That was, you know, say, he's slim now. He's slim. So from then, people are not coming, DJ Slim, DJ Slim, DJ Slim.
My goodness. So you didn't spoil the party eventually?
I did not. Since then, they now said, when they now go back to Union Osun Teaching Hospital, they are now talking about the party. I saw this, our administrative officer was there, was the one who did it. I said, oh, guys, it's not me. Dr. Jibola, and I said, why are you hiding your talent? It was the one, Jerry, he's slim. I said, DJ Slim, okay, DJ Slim of Life.
And that's how you got christened.
That's how I got christened.
My goodness. So, which one would you prefer me calling you on set today?
DJ Slim of Life.
Or Opeyemi Adeleke?
DJ Slim. DJ Slim.
How easy is it for you to even remember your own name?
My mommy called me Slim.
My goodness.
My mom called me Slim. But when there is fight, I say, where me? I know something is wrong.
To call you back home.
Call me back home, I know something is wrong.
My goodness. So let's talk about you. Okay, so we're talking of the set, and you talked about how that if I didn't go to school, if I wasn't educated, I wouldn't have met you. And you started reminding me of how we actually met.
Yes.
But what really brought you on set was when some way, somehow, our paths crossed again and you went back to school. You're a DJ.
Yes.
You definitely would have played that song that has school na scam.
Yes.
But you went back to school.
Yes, I went back.
Where did the inspiration come from? What was the inspiration?
Basically, nobody forced me. Nobody forced me, and I wasn't that bully. But my working experience with doctors, that 10 years, I see.
You worked with medical doctors for 10 years.
For 10 years, and I was awarded the Meritorious Service Award.
Wow.
Back then in 2017.
Wow.
I could remember it was MC Too Much. I hosted. It was one that hosted the show then. So I had to go back. And I'm not regretting. If I'm not educated, I'm sure you know, invite me. I will not have the opportunity to speak with Miss Dami.
My goodness.
Thank you.
So it's a personal thing. It was just your thing. You just decided. You just woke up one day and felt you wanted to go back to school.
Yeah.
What course are you studying?
Mass communication.
What was the reaction of the people around you to that piece of news that you're going back to school?
Oh, I'll say it's challenging. But with my dedication and determination and focus at this school, I'll go back. Yeah, I am today.
There was no mockery. Nobody mocked you. Nobody laughed at you.
Someone mocked me. He said, okay, you now want to increase his salary. We know he's good. You understand Okwemi is a brilliant boy. But now, why do you now want to increase his salary? I said, I've worked for 9 years. He says, no. Why? Kiloka. Yes. You asked me what?
Your academic qualification.
Yeah, your qualification. I was like, okay, don't worry. And after, let's say, like 2 years, I now resigned and back to school.
You left the job?
I left the job. Because it's not easy to, I must resume by 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. There was no space, there was no chance to do anything.
To balance
the two
going
together.
To school, working full time.
And our house is far to the school, to the what's it called, to Lautech, the Ocean Teaching Hospital now. I shall quit, face my brand and go back to school.
My goodness, this is getting really interesting. You would agree with me, right? Now, we'll take this very quick breather. When we come back on the other side, we will still dig in deep. We still have, he prefers to be called DJ Slim of Life. So we still have DJ Slim of Life with us. And we'll take this very, very quick breather. When we come back on the other side of it, we'll ask him some other questions. And of course, there is a new trend. We started this new season of the bookshelf. We'll give you updates on what's happening in the world of education. Stay with us. I know you didn't go anywhere. I didn't even have to tell you to not go anywhere, right? You just stay stuck. I'm gonna see this through. Yes, the same way our guest on the bookshelf today, on Western Spring Television, decided to also see life through academically. He went back to school. That's the topic we are focusing on the bookshelf for today, back to school. And DJ Slim of Life, as he prefers to be called, is still with us right here on set. So let's talk about, you resigned the job.
Yeah.
The challenge was from the job. You did not resign the job to go get another job. No. You resigned simply because you wanted to take up the challenge of what is his academic background, what is his academic qualification, and you wanted to prove it, just like that song said, prove it to them, prove it to yourself. So just because you wanted to prove it that you could actually do this thing, you went back to school. Your immediate family, you have a family.
Yes, I have a family.
Let's see his wife and kids. My goodness, just look at that. Your wife and kids, your wife is the only girl in the family. What was the reaction? My dad is going back to school. Children usually would have wanted to say my dad went to the office. Your own children was
I'll say with the cooperation and support of my family, it makes it easier for me to go back, but it's not easy.
Really, I was going to ask you about the balance. How how are you able to strike you're still in school.
Yes.
How are you able to strike a balance, being a family man, making ends meet, the economic realities, time, studying?
Yes, it is grace of God and hard work. With the cooperation of my wife and kids. My daddy, are you not coming to our house today? Don't worry, I'll come next tomorrow. I have events. I'm okay, my daddy, go there and prosper.
So you're doing homework, you're doing projects, your children are doing homework.
Yeah, I'm doing projects, they are doing homework. Say, okay, my daddy, are you going to radio station today? I say, okay, tomorrow I will be there. Make sure you read your books out. Okay,
My
I'll
goodness.
try. You to read your book.
Can you
It's so fun,
imagine?
boy. It's challenging though. Yeah. I'm happy. I went back to school.
What cause? What cause? Do you want to would you mind letting us know what cause you're studying?
What course I'm studying?
In school, yes.
Mass comm. I say mass comm.
You're doing mass communication. My goodness. You know, I'm still trying to wrap it around my head. You saw my reaction when I saw you. When you went back to school.
You said it.
I never even knew a day like this would come, that I'll have to bring you a set. But I was just too inspired. I must say that here. I was just so inspired. You know, my goodness, you went back to school because I knew you from way back.
Yes.
So what's the reaction like? Because there will be those who are younger than you are. There will be those who are in your age group. There will be those who are older than you. How are you able to balance it? Making mistakes, lecturers, you know, just trying to get a jab at you. Especially you being, you're a celeb in your own way. You've been a public figure. They go to one event, they see you. The other one, they see you. How are you able to strike that?
Once I read the crowd, I'll know the song to play for the audience. That's how I've been trying to balance it, but it's not easy. Once I see the crowd like this, I like when I'm seeing the crowd, they seeing the crowd, then I'll know what to play to suit the event. I've been doing it.
And then there is no, okay, so because he's a senior man, what's the reaction of your colleagues in school?
I am humble though. I'm humble. And my first time in school, I realized that the director is my fan. He's one of my fans on Facebook.
My goodness.
And I was like, this face looks familiar. Are you not DJ? I said, DJ Slim. You are in our school. Yes.
My goodness.
No, we are having our convocation next week. Oh, you'll be the one to handle the event. I said, yes, no problem, man. I have the sound and not the gadgets you need. Now go there to go and shine.
So you are making extra money like that. My goodness,
I'm the social director in our school too. So I've hosted a show there.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. And this is you know, bringing to mind Bishop Mrs. Funke Felix Dejumo, who also went back to school studying law right now in Ondo State. All right, DJ Slim, while we have you here, let's very quickly go through the round, some of the reports we have coming through in the world of education. Are you ready? Let's start with basic education right here. NAPS unveils digital tool to boost WAEC pass rate. NAPS is the National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools, and this one is coming from Lagos State. They launched a new digital learning tool, NAPS Exam Box, and it is aimed at drastically improving student performance on the West African Examinations Council exams. Now, I don't know if this is limited to those in Lagos, but please just go check it out. It's NAPS Exam Box. NAPS, N-A-P-P-S Exam Box, one word. NAPS Exam Board. If you have issues with your WAEC, or you have someone who has challenges, this particular platform is integrated with a 20-year WAEC. I mean, look at that bank, 20 years of WAEC questions, interactive quizzes, and personalized learning features. These are some of the things you should do instead of just only spending time and data and battery, because electricity tariff have increased. Okay, on watching people just dance and all manner. You should also get something. I told you learning is fun. All right, let's move on to up north now. Kaduna State government releasing 548 million naira to the Nigeria Union of Teachers Egwell Fund, resolving a long-standing dispute between the state government and the union. A particular school talked about how that if you do not pay the children's tuition, the staff would not be able to put in their best on the job, no matter how committed and dedicated they are to the job. So there are big ups to the government and the people of Kaduna right there. I'm moving on to JAMB now. JAMB has postponed the 2025 UTME registration till Monday. And guess what? That Monday, okay, it's moved from January 31. So the Monday after January 31, you know what this is now. Go ahead and start registering so that you do not fall out of space. And a book was enacted by some 200 level students of the Performing Arts Department of the Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agoiwe in Ogun State. That's talking about Echoes of the Drum, a play written by Ola Awako. Oyo Polytechnic talking about staff welfare. Oyo Polytechnic college workers threatening indefinite strike over minimum wage. Let's go over to the Green Chambers of the National Assembly. Reps did not demand 480 million naira bribe to approve varsity's budgets. That's according to VC. You should go get the full gist on that one. And Mr. President has signed bill establishing Ogoni University, Federal University of Environmental Technology, Ogoni. One of the policies, as it were, that this particular administration wants to push. Well, that school there, Federal University of Environmental Technology, Ogoni. Mr. President has signed that particular bill at the State House, Abuja, on Monday. Well, that's about it, the news round with regards education. DJ Slim of Life is going to be wrapping up with us today. Let's have your final word. What are you going to say to that person who's watching you right now?
I'll say you should try and go back to school and don't think about what people will say when you go back. That is also a piece of advice. Don't think about what people will say about it. So just go back there and see the miracle. It's been very, very interesting. It's been very inspirational as well. Having DJ Slim of Life, Opeyemi Adeleke, a new spouse unlike me, Opeyemi Adeleke with us on set today. Thank you very sincerely for coming on the bookshelf to inspire many people out there to become better. And see, it's not just about getting the certificate. His first day at school like this, they just gave him job like that. He started making money. So if you like money, go to school. You build new relationships. I promise you will. The day I got here, I was the one that played 90 years anniversary of ABFM. Yes. Need I say more? Thank you very sincerely for following through this broadcast of the bookshelf. The next one promises to be bigger, better, more interesting, more enlightening. My name is Damilola Raphael, your teaching and learning advocate, saying goodbye and God bless.